The history of Russia goes together with the legacy of the Soviet Union. From 1922 to 1991, the Soviet Union, led by the Communist Party, left a significant mark on the nation's identity, politics, culture, and economy. In this video we will explore the profound impact of the Soviet era on modern Russia and its strong influence that continues to shape the nation in various ways. The formation of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union emerged as a revolutionary state in 1922, following the collapse of the Russian Empire and the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. Under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin, the new socialist state sought to create an egalitarian society, where the means of production were collectively owned, and wealth was to be evenly distributed among the populace. This foundation laid the groundwork for significant changes that would shape Russia's trajectory for decades to come. The ideology of communism became the guiding principle of the Soviet Union, impacting the nation's political structure and societal norms. The Communist Party wielded immense power, shaping policies and influencing every aspect of public and private life. The idea of a classless society and the pursuit of a common goal brought a sense of unity among the people, while dissent was met with severe consequences. This legacy of centralization and control still resonates in Russia's political landscape to this day. In the early years of the Soviet Union, rapid industrialization and collectivization of agriculture were pursued with fervor. The nation transitioned from an agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse, with a focus on heavy industries and military production. While these initiatives boosted economic growth, they also led to significant challenges, such as food shortages and human suffering during the collectivization process. Architectural marvels and cityscapes. One of the most prominent manifestations of the Soviet Union's influence on modern Russia lies in its architecture. The Soviets liked ambitious projects, constructing monolithic buildings, housing complexes, and public spaces that exuded the grandeur of their vision for a powerful state. Even today, these structures stand tall, defining the skylines of Russian cities and serving as a reminder of the might and ambition of the Soviet era. Moscow's Seven Sisters, a series of imposing skyscrapers, are the perfect example. These structures were intended to showcase the Soviet Union's technological advancements and national pride, leaving a lasting imprint on the city's architectural identity. While the architectural marvels of the Soviet era are admired for their historical significance, they also evoke mixed feelings among the Russian population. For some, these structures symbolize the nation's achievements and serve as nostalgic reminders of a bygone era. However, for others, they serve as a reminder of a repressive regime, raising debates about preserving or reimagining these buildings in the modern context. Education and the workforce. The Soviet era placed a strong emphasis on education, aiming to improve literacy rates and produce a skilled workforce to support the nation's ambitious industrialization and modernization goals. The education system underwent significant reforms, making it accessible to the masses, including those in rural areas. The promotion of science, engineering, and technical fields during this period led to significant advancements in various sectors. The Soviet education system emphasized a comprehensive curriculum, focusing not only on academic subjects but also on physical education and ideological indoctrination. The emphasis on ideological training sought to foster loyalty to the state and the Communist Party, molding a generation of citizens who identified strongly with the Soviet identity. Today, Russia's commitment to education remains unwavering. The nation boasts a highly educated population, with a strong emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics disciplines. The legacy of prioritizing education continues to be a driving force behind Russia's progress in various fields. Political suppression and totalitarianism. The Soviet era was not without its dark side. Under the regime of Joseph Stalin, political suppression and totalitarian control were rampant. The cult of personality surrounding Stalin himself and the Gulag system, where political prisoners were sent to labor camps, left profound scars on the nation's psyche. Stalin's regime was marked by widespread fear among the population. Dissent was met with harsh consequences, leading to the persecution and imprisonment of countless intellectuals, artists, and political dissidents. The repressive measures extended to various ethnic and religious groups, further exacerbating tensions within the diverse Soviet Union. The legacy of political repression continues to influence Russia's political landscape today. The situation with freedom of expression, press freedom, and human rights is pretty sad in modern Russia. The events of the past 2 years showed to the whole world that the Soviet-era's authoritarian or even totalitarian rule still lingers, making it impossible to see Russia as a democratic country. The Soviet mentality and cultural impact. The Soviet era had a profound impact on people's minds and shaped the mentality of the nation. The idea of a collective society, where everyone worked for the common good, left a lasting impression on Russian culture. Even today, there is a sense of collective identity and national pride that stems from the Soviet period. Additionally, the Soviet mentality emphasized loyalty to the state and the Communist Party. People were encouraged to put the country's interests above their own, fostering a strong sense of patriotism and commitment to the government. This collective mindset continues to influence Russia's social fabric, and people still continue to pass pieces of that mentality to the new generations. Scientific advancements and space exploration. During its tenure, the Soviet Union made significant strides in science and technology, which left an enduring legacy in modern Russia. The nation's achievements in space exploration, particularly Yuri Gagarin's historic journey to space in 1961 as the first human in space, became emblematic of the nation's technological prowess. Gagarin's accomplishment not only symbolized the success of the Soviet space program but also sparked a sense of national pride and unity among the citizens. The Soviet space program achieved many other notable milestones, such as the launch of the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, in 1957, and the first woman in space, Valentina Tereshkova, in 1963. These achievements were not only significant for the nation but also had a profound impact on the global space race during the Cold War. The legacy of space exploration continues to inspire the modern Russian space agency, Roscosmos. Russia remains a key player in space missions, launching satellites, conducting scientific research, and participating in international collaborations aboard the International Space Station, ISS. The spirit of innovation and exploration ignited during the Soviet era continues to drive Russia's quest for space exploration and scientific discovery. Cultural heritage and artistic expression. The Soviet era left a profound impact on Russia's cultural heritage, particularly in literature, arts, and cinema. Their artistic contributions not only enriched Russian culture but also left an enduring influence on global literature and cinema. Russian literary traditions have also been passed down to subsequent generations of writers, who continue to explore themes of identity, existentialism, and social commentary. Likewise, Russian cinema has a long and storied history, with the Soviet era witnessing the birth of groundbreaking filmmakers. Directors like Sergei Eisenstein and Andrei Tarkovsky pioneered new techniques and cinematic styles, leaving a lasting impact on the art of filmmaking. Contemporary Russian filmmakers carry on this legacy, creating thought-provoking and visually stunning films that resonate with audiences worldwide. Waves of immigration and refugees. The Soviet era witnessed several waves of immigration, leading to significant population loss for Russia. Political and economic factors, as well as social upheavals, contributed to the mass migration of people from the country. Additionally, the collapse of the Soviet economy led to economic hardships for many Russians, prompting them to seek a better life elsewhere. As a result, there was a significant brain drain, with skilled professionals and intellectuals leaving the country to pursue careers and opportunities abroad. The new wave of immigration that came after the start of Russian-Ukrainian War continued Soviet traditions of the country losing its people that has been going on since the Bolshevik Revolution, when nobles were massively escaping the country. Nostalgia for the Soviet era. Despite the hardships and challenges of the Soviet era, a sense of nostalgia for that period remains among certain segments of the Russian population. For some, the Soviet era represents a time of stability, unity, and a strong sense of purpose. The memories of a superpower nation and the social safety net provided by the state evoke feelings of pride and sentimentality. Nostalgia for the Soviet era is also fueled by a longing for the simplicity and predictability of life during that time. For those who experienced the Soviet Union, reminiscing about the past can be a way of coping with the uncertainties and complexities of the present. In conclusion, the Soviet Union's influence on modern Russia has left a complex and somber legacy. While it brought about advancements in science, space exploration, and education, it also subjected the nation to political suppression, economic challenges, and a collective mentality that continues to shape the country's social fabric. As Russia navigates the complexities of its Soviet legacy, the enduring influence of the Soviet Union serves as a reminder that history cannot be forgotten, and the lessons learned from the past must be considered in shaping the nation's future. Thanks for joining us for this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay tuned for more interesting content on the similar topics. Until the next time.